All right, we're hitting with duelist first. Let's go. Let's just start with the normal Reyna. Okay, Reyna. I feel like they nerfed her with this buff as well, but when they buffed her so that her ult didn't have a timer on it, when it just lasts forever, that instantly put her in Instalock. And I don't think she's gonna fall out of that anytime soon. She's just overall, she's just insane. I know they nerfed her flashes a couple times, like they made them weaker and easier to break, but with her ult and just her never ending dismiss in that ult and shit, it's just, and she gets healed while the ult itself just makes her S tier for sure. Let's hit Raze first. Raze is actually a controversial one, I'm not gonna lie to you. And I'm gonna base this off the normal everyday Raze player, not Radiance. I'm gonna say like gold to plat Raze players. Her util, when it's at its best, when we're talking Radiant, can be A tier for sure. Maybe even Instalock, honestly. Some people are crazy with her. But an average day Raze playing as a duelist, I have to put her at decent. I'm not gonna lie. Nobody really does anything crazy with her. They satchel onto sight and they either die instantly or they'll actually do really good. But there's really no in between, so I'm just gonna put her at decent, I think. Raze ain't bad, she has good util, but unless they're good, she's mid. Exactly, yeah, that's what I'm saying, like. Waylay's ass. That I'm gonna disagree with. We'll do Waylay next. So Waylay. Actually, I think I'm being a little biased. I've played Waylay a lot recently, but you guys are very correct. She is low-key buns. If they made it so that her ability where she can go back in time to where she was a second ago, if they made it so that when you press that, it instantly teleports you back like Yoru, rather than it tracking through the whole entire fucking map, then I would put her higher. But that specifically, that ult, or that util specifically, it just makes zero sense to me. It just ruins it for me. So I'm gonna put her at meh. But she's high here. Anybody else that gets put in meh is gonna be lower than her. I think it's also, I've never seen a good one on my team. That's another thing. I've seen people play her in like emo and radiant lobbies, and they actually do decent with her. They like use her, whatever that ability is called. I forget what they named it. It's like a new status effect that when she uses that ability and then dashes at them and shit and knows how to use their dash, she could probably be put in high decent. But I'm gonna place her there. Let's go with Jett. Jett, automatically, I just think of A tier. We can discuss this a little bit. But she goes to A tier for me because of the fact that she can be insanely good when you have good aim and good direction with the dash. I say S, I'm a Jett main. See, that's bias right there, though. I can tell you for a fact right now that if you were to ask pro players, I think a lot of them would also say A tier. I don't think they would say us unless they mained her. Her dash is good, her updraft is good, but the combination of updraft with dash is only good if you have her knives or if you're going straight at somebody's face with a shorty or a shotgun. So unless you're in it's the same boat as Raze. Unless you're in like a really high lobby, a really high ranked lobby, you're not gonna see many good players. So they just dash on site, get a pick, and then die. I'm gonna put ISO the same spot as Jett, but he's insanely high A tier, like directly under Instalock. ISO, I think this one is also kind of controversial because if you're a console player, actually on console he might be better. Because especially in lower lobbies, because like you were saying yesterday, Shane, the floor is way higher for a console in lower lobbies. But if you have good aim, he can be an Instalock. Otherwise, no matter what aim you have, I'm gonna put him at A tier. His entries aren't the best with that wall, but the other utilities that he has, as long as you can hit your shots a little bit, he's insane. I feel like Chamber is really kind of annoying because the TP is hella annoying. Yo, just because you said that, hold on, because Chamber low-key, I don't even see Chamber as a sentinel. I don't see him as a duelist either. I see him more of like an initiator at this point because of his util. So I'm gonna just do Chamber really quick. Average Chamber on a daily basis, people playing Chamber, silver, gold, maybe even low plat lobbies. Shane, where would you put him? Decent. I'm feeling a really high decent, really low A tier. That's what I'm feeling right now. I think I'm gonna put him in A tier. Low A tier. Because of his ult. His ult gets him there. Alright, back to the duel, sorry. Neon. Okay, this one I'm a little biased for as well. Sadly, I don't think she's gonna enter A tier because we're talking silver, gold, plat. Silver, gold, plat, neons. Some of them that pop into those plat lobbies are crazy, but on a normal daily basis, I sadly think that she's just a little bit above Raze. Also, for me on console, PC might be worse. I think PC neon players are definitely better. You just have a lot easier time getting around with her and strafing and shit like that because you have a mouse rather than a joystick. But yeah, I'm just gonna see. That's the thing though. I can't imagine putting her under chamber. I can't imagine saying chamber's better than neon because I love neon and I despise chamber most days. But in reality, I think this is good. PC movement with a good neon. I say, hey, that yeah, but sadly, I don't think silver or gold players have good movement with her. So Yoru, I'm gonna put him. He fell off recently. I'm not gonna lie to you. He really fell off. I'm about to put him below Raze, to be quite honest with you. He's one of those people. He's kind of like he's a worse Jet in my mind because even in Immortal and Radiant lobbies, people don't even pick him that much because he's low-key washed now. He got nerfed like crazy. Yoru isn't that annoying. I feel like most aren't good enough to use as you. Exactly, that's what I'm saying. Like in Radiant lobbies, it might be different, but I haven't really seen much of that. Yeah, I'm gonna put him in the middle of these two because his util overall is 100% better than Raze. It's just people don't know how to use him very well, including myself. I don't know how to use his ass. Plat, they still suck. Okay, thank you for preaching for the plats, man, because I really don't know how it'd be up there. Yeah, I really wish he was better, but his blind lasts quite literally 8 whole seconds. It's so annoying. It's genuinely so annoying. I could go walk and get some food while flashed, come back, and it'd just then be ending. It's actually horrendous. And then Phoenix. Okay, this one's very controversial. Overall, when I hear Phoenix, when I see people lock Phoenix, I think of like decent, but I'm not gonna lie, he could low-key be pushing A tier. He could be pushing mid A tier. Deadlock's definitely S tier. Yeah, I'm gonna put her at Instalock. Yeah, I think there's really no debate. Her ult is insane. Her util isn't even that hard to use. It's just insanely annoying. Cypher isn't annoying. I'd say he's just good. We'll get to that. We'll actually get to that right now. Cypher, for me, he's unpickable because I don't know how to play him. But going against the Cypher, there's only one thing that makes him A tier rather than Instalock, in my opinion. So we'll put him here for now. I do want to talk about this though. So Cypher trips are obviously really annoying on certain maps. That's the only reason why I don't put him in Instalock, is because there's certain maps where I feel like he's genuinely unpickable because there's just no good trip placements. But like Ascent, for instance, insanely good on Ascent, just like KJ. Ascent is just a Sentinel-sided map. But the one thing about him, speaking as an Omen main, is that his trips are so baitable at some points. For Omen, you can jump into his trip and instantly TP backwards into main or wherever the trip is not at, and it can just get it out, and then teammates can instantly blind in and push in. So I feel like, I don't know, he's kind of iffy with some things. You just need to know how to play against him. So yeah, I think low A tier is cool. Cypher on Icebox, exactly, like Icebox, Cypher is ass. There's so many ways you can entry on certain sites that it's like, there's really no point in using him. Alright, KJ, I think I'm gonna say KJ in front of Raze. I wouldn't put her behind Raze. I would put her in front just because of how good she is on the maps that she is good on. I think that's how we should go about doing Sentinels. That's why Deadlock's Instalock, because any map on Deadlock is low-key insanely good. But like Cypher and KJ, on the maps that they are good on, they're very good. But the other maps, they're complete ass on. So Vise, the one thing I'll say about her is that she can be insanely good. It's another one of those situations where if it's Radiant lobbies, she might be a problem. But if not, I don't think she's really that much to go crazy about. I'd personally put her in front of KJ, but nothing more. I'd say she's decent. Sage, right? Sage, and then that's the last one. Okay. Sage, I'm low-key gonna put her in meh. Sage on PC, personally, overall, her wall can be really annoying, but every time she walls, I'm looking at the top of the right and left side of the wall. I'm clearing that instantly. If I break it, I'm clearing the left side and right side instantly. Below, like not on top. Her slows are the best piece of her util besides obviously her res. I'm gonna keep Omen for last. Astra. See, that's the thing. I can promise you right now she's not going anywhere near A tier or Instalock because we're talking silver, gold, plat lobbies. She is the most diverse person in this whole entire game. Um, when it comes to like how she does in other ranks. Because when I'm versing an Astra, if I ever get to Radiant or Immortal or Ascendant, if I'm versing an Astra, I'm scared. I'm genuinely scared. Because that means they know what they're doing. I can't see an Immortal player insta-locking Astra because they want to play smokes that they've never played before. So I'm for right now, with the rank that we're talking about, I'm putting her in decent. I played Astra the other day for fun, and I shit the bed, dude. She's not easy to use. She's genuinely not easy to use. Am I putting her below Raze? Yeah, I'm putting her below Raze for sure. If anything, she could go meh, but I don't want to be that rude to her because I know overall she's really good. She can be really good. Brimstone, I'm low-key about to put him high, decent, low A tier. He's especially because he can do 3 site maps. He has 3 smokes on him. Okay, Clove. It has to be done. And she's going in front of Deadlock. As of right now, I personally think Clove is the best agent in all of Valorant. She has her smokes, her 2 smokes, and you get to place them down like Brim smokes. She pulls out her little iPad. I personally love that. I like how Omen does it better. I like being able to move around while putting smokes down, but that really doesn't hinder her at all. Her hinder, or whatever you want to call that, takes people down basically half of their health to the point where you don't have to put 4 bullets into them. You can put 2 bullets into their body and they'll die. Way quicker, way easier to kill somebody. That's insane. And it has a good range too when it pops. That's insane. Her ultimate, we don't have to talk about that. That's just, look at it. You've seen it happen. Insanity. And then her heal. Yeah, it's just, she can overheal, she can res herself. Her smokes are just as good as anybody else's. They last a little less than Omen. Viper had a crazy fall off ever since they took away her second molly. She can no longer do lineups. Alright, so Viper fell off. She's definitely going to go in meh. Sadly, she's going to go below Sage. She's going to be the worst out of everybody in here. When she had 2 mollies and she was able to do lineups, she was good. But her wall can barely even... Like, if you pick Viper on a 3-side map, you're fucked. Your team's fucked. Nothing's happening. She puts down her wall, and then the second you have to rotate, you no longer have smokes. I used to pick her only on Icebox and Pearl when it was in ranked rotation, because she was insane on those maps, especially her lineups. They were insane. And then they took away her 1 molly. I'm pretty sure they made her her Viper wall and orb last less time. Like they nerfed her to the ground. So sadly, she's gonna be the worst. Harbor. Like if I Viper roll and then a Harbor starts ulting me, it's over. They're winning. Harbor. I'm gonna put him directly below Brim right now. That's probably gonna change because I want to talk about him. On certain maps, he's insanely good. He's insanely good. His normal wall, I wish it was a little different. I don't know how they would make it different, but on certain maps, you can't wall off the whole entire thing. Like, if you have 2 smokes, you can wall off Heaven, and then you can wall off A link or B link or whatever the scenario is. But with him, sometimes Heaven and Link are so far apart that you can't really hit it, and then you have to use his wave to block it off, which doesn't last as long. So, all right, my boy Omen. Overall, without being biased, 100% not biased, I genuinely think he is the best smoke besides Clove. I really do think, I'm gonna put him here for now. I really do think he should be right below Phoenix in this list for now. I suck with Omen, so I can't talk. See, I'm the exact opposite. So he has his blind. His blind not only blinds people, but deafens them. That's why his TP is so good. Not his ultimate, just his normal TP that he can use twice. Blind someone, TP behind them, shoot them in the head. It's that simple. In higher lobbies, that probably doesn't work as much anymore. I'm in lower lobbies, so it works every time. But I personally think his util pushed together, all 3 of his abilities besides his ult used together at the same time, are peak. I think he could honestly go into Instalock for me. He could go right below Clove, but I'm going to keep him A tier just because the normal Omen player, including myself, is not that insane. And they've got initiators. I did not know there was this many initiators. This is kind of crazy looking at this. Okay. Hear me out on Gecko. Gecko needs to go A tier. I don't care. Gecko needs to go A tier. Whether it's far left or far right, he needs to be in A tier. He has blind. He has molly. He has something that can plant and stun for a good amount of time. He has something that can diffuse, It can plant, defuse, and stun. And then he has his ultimate, which literally is just a running KJ ult. On defense, the only really thing he can do that's outrageous is the defusing, which they've nerfed. It's easy to kill Wingman now. It's like a 2-shot, and the molly, it only takes like half of a molly, depending on who you're playing. KO, you're good. Okay, cool. KO, he's iffy. He's definitely indecent. He's not higher than Gecko. I'm gonna put him at a high decent. The only thing is, his knife doesn't last long enough for me to actually care about it. A lot of people in these lobbies, they'll throw the knife so that we can't like smoke or something like that, but then they won't even run on site and blind and shit like that. They'll knife and then they'll sit there. What's the point of using the knife then? You know what I'm saying? So I feel like in higher lobbies he can definitely go into A tier, but in lower lobbies, people don't use his molly correctly. People even barely use his molly for post plant like they should. It's a free scan and no ability. Exactly, yeah. Sky, I'm in the same boat as her. If people remembered how to that she can heal when they play her, it'd be different. But people never fucking remember that she can heal. I'm gonna put her a little bit higher than KO though. I'm gonna put her in A tier. Give me like, no, she's better than Cypher. Give me a little bit more than Cypher. Better than Harbor too. Yeah, we'll put it right there. Sova, underrated, underrated. Scan, shock dart, drone. He's the ultimate initiator. He's the best initiator if you ask me when it comes to doing what they're actually supposed to do. Remember, initiators are supposed to get information. It's not, you don't have to blind them, you don't have to stun them, blah 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 blah. You literally are just supposed to get information for the team to know if site's free or to know where people are. He does that perfectly. I'm putting him low-key right there. I'm putting him right there. He does his job perfectly. Teho, he's gonna be below Gecko in my opinion. He's hard to exactly, yes. He's good for post plant, don't get me wrong, but people don't use him the way he should be used, and that's why I don't play him, because I would do the same exact thing. I would play him incorrectly. A lot of people put both of his mollies on the bomb at the same time. Why? You have two for a reason. Stop wasting both at the same time. I'm gonna keep him. He's gonna be above KO. I don't think he's above Sky. No, I think he is above Sky, actually. Where the fuck is he going? I'd say right below Gecko. In higher lobbies, I'm sure he's crazy annoying, but his ult got nerfed recently. It made it slower. He's not all that. He's really not all that, but he is annoying. Breach is going S tier. He's going Instalock. When it comes to being an initiator, like the role he's supposed to play, ass. He does not get info for the team whatsoever. This bitch is a duelist, bro. This bitch is a duelist. Breach is a duelist. I'm saying it right now. I'll say it again. Breach is a duelist. He stuns. He blinds. He does more stunning. He does damage. What is that? What is that kit? He's an Instalock. He's S tier. I'm low-key putting him above Reyna. And yeah, Flash, and exactly. He's legit a duelist. But Breach as an initiator is crazy. Crazy. He needs to be a duelist. Fade is so underrated. I'm putting Fade A tier. She does what she needs to. She has her scan. She has her I call it dog, but it's her like prowler. She has her dog that can blind and deafen people. Pairing her up with someone that has a nade so that she can tether them. They're stuck there in that nade spot. Insanity. I'm low-key about to put her, yeah, I'm gonna put her low S tier. Low Instalock. She's so good, dude. She's so insanely good.